Hey everyone, so I don't know if you guys like the previews that I usually do for my builds, but I was trying to make Sims for the preview, like these two cute little grandparents, and I got carried away, and instead of doing a cute granddad, I made a cute guy. But check this out, when I aged him up, no, this is just so terrible. I mean, that's what fuckboys are gonna look like in 50 years. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandra, and before we get started, I do want to take a couple of seconds to apologize that it seems like this build is already mostly completed before the video even started, which is true, because what ended up happening was this. I saw something in real life that I really liked. There was this home that into the actual structure of the house, they put in this little walkway area, and I thought it was really, really pretty. However, I didn't want to be that creep that took a picture of someone's house from the outside. I don't know, that gives me real stalker vibes, and I didn't want to be responsible for them calling the police on me. So I had to rework a lot of this from imagination. I had to rework a lot of this from memory, plus some things that I saw online. So by the time I already had a lot of this foundation kind of done, or like, I guess like the build done, I started filming because I didn't want to include an extra 15 minutes of footage of me trying to figure out a layout for this home. And really, it's very simple. It's actually just one big rectangle with a walkway on the side, but the roofing is what gave me trouble, and then trying to figure out that little half piece, it all gave me a bunch of crap. So here we are now, and I apologize for that. Anyway, going on. I have seen a lot of pictures on Instagram, on Pinterest. Yeah, those are the only two things that I really use. I've seen a lot of pictures on Instagram/Pinterest of these beautiful seaside or countryside cottages that are like English, or they're Italian, or, you know, some sort of European kind of home, and the entire build is just overgrown with foliage. I don't know why I can't speak. I apologize, guys. But it's overgrown with foliage. There's like a whole bunch of ivy, a whole bunch of roses, flowers, everything growing. And they have these really interesting things as well. So they have like these not rocks, but they like these vertical planters. I don't know how to call them, but they're these meshed sort of planters that go up the side of a building, or they actually stand alone in the backyard, right? But nonetheless, they like plant like things interweaving in these meshed sort of wooden structures, and then that provides its own natural shade because, you know, as the plants grow and they sort of interweave into these mesh structures, they kind of like, I don't know what the word for it is, so apologize. I really do apologize, and I appreciate you sticking with me for like the next 30 seconds, me trying to find the word for it. But it's like this, I get it's like a partition, but it's not really that. I don't know. I'm just like losing my language skills day by day, not having to be in class. But these, whatever it is, I think you guys know. There's a whole bunch of pictures of that. I'll try to find a picture and like put it in this video, like at the end where I'm doing all the screenshots to show you what was my sort of inspiration photo, if you guys are interested. But I really don't know what they're called. Oh no. You know what? I'm just going to storm past it, whatever. I've seen these things, they exist, and they provide shade, right? And they look really cute. But I wanted to incorporate that into the build, so I created this wall of flowers. So it's not like a real stone wall or brick wall that's preventing you from getting any light. It's just this plant wall. And I was thinking that, you know, this is kind of The Sims, but in real life, it would be super pretty to have, like, sunshine come in through that wall, because naturally there's going to be areas or pockets of air or space that aren't filled up with leaves or any kind of foliage, and so like you get sunlight coming in through that, and I thought that was really pretty. So that was the entire thing I was trying to get across to you when I was talking about that wall, and I feel terrible that it took me close to now 3 minutes to explain one idea. So sorry guys. Anyway, this home is actually very simple. It's just one big box, really, and I subdivided it into 3 areas: a tiny bathroom, a little bedroom, and this sort of like kitchen/living area. Reason being is there's not even a full sofa in this place. I really couldn't afford it in terms of space. What happened was this. I had this idea that this is supposed to be my dream cottage, right? This is why it's a small home. It's like that medium home. It's not a micro home. It's not like a small house. It's like that medium one that Goldilocks likes. And I decided to use that because I was like, this is like my dream ideal cottage that I would love to live when I retire. And so I had this idea that like a little grandpa and grandma would live there. But what happened was this. I figured that like if your grandpa and grandma, like most times than not, usually there's grandkids involved, and I totally forgot them. I really did not include them any space to come and visit me in the summer, and it's just going to be me and my husband working in our little garden. I really figured that that's what the situation's going to be like. I forgot my grandkids completely in this thing, but that's neither here nor there. I think if I rework this in the future where, you know, like I've seen a lot of YouTubers do this where they rework some of their older builds. I would definitely add like a little space or rework the roof so that there would be like an attic space for kids / grandkids, because that could also be made to look really cute. But I wanted it to have like this sort of minimalistic, we don't have that much technology in the house. Like they do have this big TV that I sized up, but in my perspective, I figured that for the most part, if you retire to the countryside, it's because you want to be closer to nature. So I figured that for the most part, why would I have like a whole bunch of things like a radio, like a TV? I gave him a bookshelf, but I figured that a lot of the skill building items would be outside, right? So there's like this little barbecue area. I put out an easel, which, oops, I left that actually in the bedroom, so it's not outside. But it's not a limited pack build for the specific reason that I wanted it to be reflective of the home I wanted when I grew up and I have my family and I, you know, have my retirement plan. So I decided to make it, you know, I didn't want to limit myself in terms of items I want to use, which now kind of seems ridiculous because I didn't put in half of the skill building items in The Sims that I would love to have. I would have put like a fizzy drink thing. I would have put like a flower arrangement thing, but I think maybe I'll go back and put those things in and then put that up on the gallery, because by the time you guys are watching this build will be up on the gallery, and it will have all those skill building items. But that's the reason why I didn't make this a limited pack build. It actually very well could be. I don't really know how many packs I used right now. Like I don't have that on the screen next to me, so I can't tell. But I didn't limit myself is the whole point, and it turned out very nice. I actually really like the way that it turned out. I like that little garden walkway, that little path. I replaced a lot of the lamps because I wanted them to look like little flowery and like little floweries. I wanted them to look cute and flowery. That's the point. And I put like a whole bunch of rocks, a whole bunch of plants and trees because they really needed to fill up that area. That lot was way too big for that home to not have a lot of landscaping. But anyway, guys, we're getting super close to the end of the video, and I'm just working on like the sort of lighting situation outside. But I do want to say this. If you like this video or you like any other video I've put up on my channel, please consider leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing, because that means you like my content, not my comments. I don't know. I seem to do like really good periods of voiceovers where I get it done like snip snap, but in other times it seems to like go really bad for me. Like right now I had to do this like 18 times. Anyway, that being said, I would appreciate your guys' support. I appreciate your guys' love. Any downloads that I get, I would love to see if you remodeled them or remade them, so please tag me in them. All of my handles will be linked below or on the side or on the screen, wherever. I will always make sure you guys have that accessible to you. So thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. I know I made this super awkward trying to explain the same topic 18 times, but you know, it is what it is. I'm starting out. Anyway, love you. Bye.